Stop what you're doing. If you guys are running Facebook ads, make sure you have the right settings to maximize results. So right now I'm duplicating an existing ad that is running, and I'm going to just switch out the media and test a different ad variation simultaneously. But as I'm going to set up this new ad, naturally Meta is just turning on all of these different extensions that take away from the actual creative testing that you want to do. It wants to add in branding and different website links and website highlights and all this stuff. And so this is one of the first screens that you will see while setting up a new ad. And so you want to go ahead and under each of these sections, click the pencil icon and unclick all of the other stuff it wants to test. This will mess up your testing if you leave it on, because you won't know what image is actually running for your ad. And clearly you created a particular image or recorded a specific video that you want to test as your actual ad. I don't want them going into our account and randomly pulling these other thumbnails and screenshots. All right, so uncheck mark everything, and then you're gonna go ahead and click next. And so this is, of course, where you go ahead and upload your actual new video and or image. And so in this example here, I'm gonna upload an image. Now, we have to pay attention to what's going to happen once more, because, of course, it is going to go ahead and recommend that we turn on AI images. It's going to recommend that we turn on AI videos, all these other creative tests they want to run. In my experience, and talking with a ton of others in the space, you want to turn all that stuff off. All right. And so we do not want to apply all the different headlines, because you wouldn't know which headline is working. We don't want them to test different descriptions and ad copy here, because we wouldn't know which version is actually working for us. So we're just going to make sure all of this stuff is turned off. That's good. We're going to go over here. Sometimes their AI images are decent, but again, you wouldn't know which ones are actually working. So instead, I just look at the AI images that they are creating and or suggesting, and that can sometimes give you ideas for other ads to test in terms of the style. So like this one's like a Harry Potter style, which is kind of cool. So I actually like that one. And so this is an example where I might check mark that, but otherwise what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this here, and I would go back to ChatGPT and I would say, hey, I really like this graphic. Please create me a version of it. So again, I tend to like to use this for inspiration. And so like this is another one I think is actually good. So again, I'm just going to screenshot this one, or I can take that right over to ChatGPT and say, create a version of this. What's another one I like? This one's kind of cool as well. So I am going to screenshot this one. It's kind of busy, so actually a little bit too busy for my liking. So those are the ones I'm going to actually use. But otherwise, I'm leaving all of this uncheck marked. So again, that's how to use Meta's internal AI image recognition or suggestion system, is simply to screenshot the ones that you like and then go back to ChatGPT and say, hey, I like this graphic, create me another one. Because again, you do want to test all of your graphics and images separately so you know which ones are working and which ones aren't. Now again, here we go with Meta. It auto turned on all of these suggested videos, so I'm going to have to uncheck mark all of those and go to the next screen. So again, don't leave this stuff on, guys. When you get to Advantage Plus Creative Enhancements, I'm almost always leave all of this stuff off, because again, it's going to want to try to do all these things. You won't know what's working or what's not. I do occasionally leave on music depending on the space that you're working in. Visual touch-ups are okay otherwise too. So only those two do I leave on. And then I go to next. This you can skip unless you're trying to advertise in multiple languages. I am not. And so you get to this screen here. Now, what's really important is make sure related media is at 0. Because again, if you are running like 4 or 5 different images here with this ad, you're not going to know which image is converting. It's better just to duplicate the ad and have multiple different ads with different images, so you can literally compare apples to apples and see which graphics are actually working. And so the other thing that you want to be weary of is make sure you guys go back to your ad set and you make sure that even if because if you're targeting a very specific, for a specific demographic based on age, gender, location, zip code, etc., Facebook's Advantage Plus sometimes will go outside of what your suggestion is. So make sure you narrow your targeting down to what you actually want, unless you are running a national broad campaign. So just a couple meta updates and tips and strategies for you guys in case you weren't familiar with those, so that you don't waste ad budget.